Flex Mumbo of the show. Big Shasky week with the flexes. Big Shasky week.
That was a two-man weave.
Yeah,
Clean sweep.
Clean sweep. I had a little cameo here and there. Try to get some words and try to get in there. Because, when Shasky starts talking, the ears close. You don't hear nothing.
Let Bonta cook, man. That's what this week's all about. We got to let Bonta cook.
I'll burn the house down.
Were you up at 2 a.m. watching that live?
I did wake up at 3:30.
Okay. You didn't do pre and post last night?
No.
Pre and post live from Japan?
Live from Japan.
Mully, what do you think about minute allocation in preseason game number one?
I'm not surprised that you were up in the middle of the night. What Bay Area sports fan could sleep with this amazing comeback going on with the San Francisco Giants?
Procter & Gamble.
I couldn't expect you to sleep after that. Come on, man. This is really something, huh, Bonta?
Spadoni.
Mark, give it to him, Mark.
No, but for real, Bonta.
No.
Bonta, let him talk. If it happens, no one wants to face this team in the playoffs. You know that. Nobody wants to face this team. With Rodon and Webb, nobody wants that smoke, Bonta.
It's a payday Friday. It's a Frisco Friday. So let me just read. You're listening to 95.7 The Game. KGV FM and AC1 San Francisco. Live on the free Odyssey app. Download the Odyssey app and favorite 95.7 The Game for the best and most up-to-date sports coverage. Don't forget, you can also watch us every day on YouTube and Twitch.
Let him cook.
Just log on and search 95.7 The Game. And with that said, you guys have a great weekend.
Let him cook. Wait. Hold on just a minute. It's a trap. I told Mark.
Thank you, Akbar.
Thank you. You guys know I'm a P1. I was texting Bonta earlier, and I heard don't you pack up, Bonta
I know,
Hill.
seriously.
Don't you pack up.
He's doing what my dad did to Jimmy G.
down.
The final drive
against the Giants tonight. I will root for the Diamondbacks to end all this buffoonery about them having a chance.
They do, though.
They do. It's
So you're
one,
saying
it's
there's a
one
chance.
in 36,200.
Yeah.
And I caught a foul ball last night, which is about the same chance based on my
Tell
history.
me what happened
Give it to your girlfriend.
No, I gave it to her daughter.
Nice,
Yeah.
even better.
Yeah,
Because he's a
solid.
stand-up man.
Actually, that's a lie. I
Don't you pack up, Bonta.
immediately went into the Heisman pose and started stiff-arming children everywhere until I could get that
All
thing to
two
my
of them?
trophy case. No. I gave it to my girl's daughter right away.
Nice, that's
and,
cool.
And apparently, I'm told she took it to bed with her and school today, which I'm
gonna leave with this one.
Yeah.
You're not going anywhere.
Stop,
I'm gonna leave
dude.
with
Where
this
are
one.
you? What are you doing? You're gonna.
What are you doing?
I'm going to leave with this one.
What are you? You're not going anywhere.
Guaranteed to end up
back off.
He might have to go to the bathroom.
Stop it.
That's true.
Take your backpack
Nature
off.
calls.
Listen.
Take your backpack off.
I gotta go, Mark. I can't do it. Listen, you guaranteed the NL playoff format in Major League Baseball.
Oh, here we go.
And you didn't have the Braves in there. And I remember who was it? My memories. I'm getting older.
yeah, I was totally off on that.
Okay, all
I was
right,
totally
cool.
off on
Did
that.
we
It
have
was
a
the
bet on
Brewers
that?
and Cardinals.
Did we have a bet on that?
No, we
didn't
had a
bet?
bet on Garoppolo. Yeah, no, we didn't bet on it.
Sure?
I was totally off on that.
No one took that bet. Yeah.
I had two teams of the 7 wrong.
Yeah, he had the Brewers and the Cardinals, not the Braves. Yeah, and he had the Giants in, but you know
The
what?
Brewers might go, but they might not.
And you know what? The Giants, I
And they
tell
don't
you
want
what.
to face us.
Yeah, I can't pay the bet off yet because the Giants haven't been eliminated from playoff contention, Bonta.
Yeah, so pissed.
Roasters, have a great
Come
weekend. I'll see
on,
you
man.
on
What
Monday
are you?
for
Are
Monday
you
Night
really?
Football.
Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Put your hey.
So we got a text message here.
Okay.
I'm gonna bring this up.
All right.
I got a text
I
message
didn't know.
from Bonta yesterday.
I didn't know you couldn't handle the smoke, man. I didn't know you couldn't handle
Let's
it.
go Diamondbacks.
I didn't know
Let's
you
go
couldn't.
Diamondbacks.
I didn't know you couldn't
Walker,
handle
I
it.
need a grand slam.
I'm not letting him leave.
Both pitching. Let's go D-backs
Alec
and end this
Thomas,
stuff.
you're-
Please.
I'm like McGlinchey.
I
I
was
can't
gonna
hold
say,
him for long.
if you're McGlinchey,
Let's
he's gonna go right by
and
you
I
out
want
the
to get
door.
every research to him depressed about Jimmy G.
Come on, man.
He sent the text to the group yesterday.
All right.
I'm so
See you,
sad
brother.
that Jimmy G's on this team still.
I know.
That's the text he sent to the
well,
group.
I mean,
And then he tweeted out something a little more eloquent than that, but that was basically his takeaway.
Oh, God.
yeah.
That's
Well,
so good. I
that's
told
it.
Mark, I'm
Bonta's
like,
gone.
if you mention Giants playoffs, he's going to leave. Let's see if he actually leaves. Because you know me, I'm a hardcore listener.
He's he's wimping out, but he's also a man of his word.
He is.
He's a man of his
He
word.
is. He's stubborn.
Yeah. All right.
He's
Anna
super stubborn.
has told me
Who the
this
hell
many
isn't
times.
in this room?
I heard him
Come on.
earlier. You guys were so great with your best championship performance. performances of all time. I couldn't help but text.
Yeah, I love that.
I'm texting in all my Rick Barry 75.
See, I'm glad you put that on.
Whatever.
That's my dad's.
I'm an old guy. Yeah, I'm your dad too.
Sorry,
apparently.
I didn't mean it that way.
No, but Bonta, like in a quick sidelight, is like, if Mark comes in, and he says the Giants are tough out, I'm leaving. And I'm like, hey, Mark, let's see if he actually does leave.
You see Rodon last night? You don't want that in game one.
Filthy.
You don't want that,
Bonta
man.
knows that. The 1-2 punch of Rodon and Webb. I mean, who's the toughest matchup for the Giants in the playoffs?
I tell you what.
That's a great question.
No, it's really not, but...
Hey, you know what though, Dibs? The text line saying that you pancake Bonta better than McGlinchey has anyone else all year.
Yeah.
Nice.
Seriously.
Nice. I got a wide base.
Oh my gosh. The problem is, of course, Rodon and Webb are no longer stretched out.
Yes.
Because they keep taking them out after the fifth inning. They're not going to be ready for next week. Come on, Gabe. Let them pitch.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, we had a fun night last night. That was really, really great. That was really fun.
Take us through the foul ball. Because,
that's what I want.
Yeah, I mean,
okay. Like
so I've said, you've never been just to clarify, you've never caught a foul ball, but has someone thrown you a ball?
Yeah, I've gotten batting practice balls.
Okay,
in fact, there was a story. There was a game at Candlestick, left field bleachers, where I got two balls in one game.
The old bleachers or the silver pullout?
No, the silver pullouts. Yeah. When their bleachers were up against the fence. But I caught a Mike Benjamin batting practice home run.
Number 18.
Yes, well, there you go.
Kane, right?
Again,
first base, second base, third base, shortstop. He was a super utility guy.
Joe and I just had this conversation on Garlic Fries and Baseball Guys. We did an episode yesterday, and he's worried about
one
Shelby
more promo
Miller.
and I'm leaving.
Well, there you go. Okay, how many? One? Anyway, Shelby Miller's wearing Matt Cain's number, and I'm like, the funny thing is, Joe's kind of fired up about it, and I'm like, this is news to me that 18 was Matt Cain's number. Like, I'm not one of these guys. I got Busters, I got Lincecum, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Like, I had to ask him on the show, what did Mad Bum wear? I have no clue what number you're wearing.
It's funny because I heard you say that actually on the air because somebody wore 22. Ugla.
Yes.
Dan Ugla wore 22 after.
Your mama said you Ugla.
I'm stealing from you.
No, I was stealing
wait
from
until
myself.
you're out of the room and then I steal from you. But I mean, Dan Ugla, who are you? You're not a forever Giant.
That's what I'm saying.
And you give him 22. Do we not have enough numbers from 0 to 99?
Well, that's kind of what I said. I'm like, if Shelby Miller came in and was like, dude, 18's my number and this matters to me, I'd be like, well, you're a Giant. That's fine. Okay, the number's not retired. But if he's just like, I don't know, what's the next number on the list that you guys have? Like, I don't know. Let's go to 17.
Yeah.
Right? Let's not do, but whatever. Anyway.
I understand Little League, like Little League in high school, where you have a certain amount of uniforms, right?
Yes, totally.
But this is Major League Baseball. I'm not like trying to throw Murph under the bus or any of the front office people, but it's like, okay, we got a new Giant. What uniform do we have lying around? No. Don't give him a number. Give him 75 for God's sakes.
Oh my God.
There's Ito.
Look at you.
I didn't know one. Anyway, so I caught a Mike Benjamin home run, and then later in batting practice, whoever was in left field, I don't remember. I think it was on the other team.
Okay, I was going to say Tiny Mike Felder.
Shagged a ball and turned around and threw it into the stands, and I caught that one too. And there was also pass interference and a first down on the play. Like, I ended up on my back, 2 balls in one game.
Wow.
Outside. Anyway, last night. So this was one of these, I was blessed with some pretty great seats because, by the way, they're not expensive. So this time of year, people apparently didn't think the Giants would still be in it this week. But I tell you what. So we're sitting behind home plate, set off toward the visiting dugout.
Okay.
First base side, just a little bit offset, which is what you want for a foul ball.
Good seats.
So I told Dibs yesterday, I go, now I say this every time we have good seats, but I'm like, tonight's the night.
No
We're catching
glove?
a foul ball. No glove.
Okay.
No glove.
Was it a ricochet or a straight?
No, big time ricochet.
Let him talk.
Big time ricochet. No, so pop up straight over my
60
head.
minutes here.
And you know what
Barbara
happens,
Walters.
and this is a great metaphor for life. There is so much that the rest of the world will just give up on. If you just stay for a minute, you'll be amazed what'll fall into your lap. So it goes straight over my head, upper tank. So I get out. I'm on the aisle. I get out. So I'm on the steps, and I turn around and face the other direction. Everyone else around me is just like, yeah, whatever. Foul ball went over our head. Let's watch for the next pitch. And I see it go off the facing of the upper deck. Now it comes down to the loge. Bounce.
Boop.
Bounce again. I thought that one was coming to me, but it gave me another loge bounce. I'm following this ball. I think they've already moved on to the next pitch by now. and then here it comes straight down, lands about 3 steps in front of me on the staircase. Nobody else. I mean, can of corn.
Really?
Feather ball. Right. If I had dropped that sucker, I did because I had to make sure.
Fundamentals.
This would have been insanely embarrassing to not make this play. And so, we got a clean catch.
I love that.
And the handoff to the 12-year-old. Sit back down and let's move on with our night.
You got any balls?
No, still waiting for my first.
No, Dan does not have balls.
1980 Candlestick. I'm 12 years old. Willie McCovey is at the bat.
Stretch.
And I'm in the third base line toward the top of the bottom section, which is rare for my family because, we didn't have a lot of money.
Yeah.
It was a classic move down, though, from Dwayne.
Which they allowed back
then. So we
then.
moved down. Foul ball, same thing, off the upper deck. Now it's bouncing up in, the old candlestick between the lower section and the upper section in the lower deck. There's that walkway. The ball is loose. So I run up and I dive, headlong dive, and I've got it.
You get syphilis diving down.
There's like 3. Who knows what I got? I mean, I got it all. Herpes simplex 10. 3 or 4 other people come in, and I do not emerge from the pile with the ball. I come up empty-handed.
Were they adults or kids?
Kids.
Okay.
Teenagers. I was 12 and some 15-year-old. I had it. I had 2 hands on the ball.
Yeah. Oh.
But by the time the referee comes in, possession we're going the other way.
Yeah, this did for me. Same thing. Like, I mean, we've all had those kind of moments. Like last night for me felt very much like the 2010 World Series, and it helped me get over the 2002 loss in the World Series. Because once upon a time, I was going on a walk to go get something at the concessions years ago, Candlestick Park. Will Clark, my favorite player, pops one up, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's me.
Yeah.
Like I was on an aisle, and so no one else could get to it. I'm like, it is me and the ball. 3, 2, 1, and right as it contacts my hands, I got pancaked by Trent Williams. I have no clue who it was.
You should have caught it.
Very full-sized adult, absolutely bolos me into the ground, and it is a total scrum, and I never saw the ball again.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are good.
So we got over it last night, finally.
Good for you. So
it was fun.
Similar to you guys losing out on balls, 1993, I'm the biggest Bonds fan on the planet because it's my guy, always was my guy. He's a new Giant. I go out to the game with my buddy Brian Carter, who passed away. His father was a contractor, had great seats. We're sitting like 7, 8 rows back. I mean, these are the best seats I've ever been in my life. We both got our gloves. All right? There's a wild pitch from the pitcher in between innings. Bonds on deck. Somewhere, Robbie Thompson and Matt Williams, they would swing the sledgehammer, before they get up.
Yeah, exactly.
So you guys remember, ball ricochets around. Bonds picks the ball up. Sees me, points at me. I get up like I was chosen by God, stick the glove out. He rifles one at me. My boy Brian Carter, puts the glove right in front. He was big, tall, steals the ball from me. Dude, my face just sank into it. Robbie Thompson goes, hey, kid, come over here. And I'm like all down and trying to grabs the ball from the dugout, flips me one.
That's so good.
How can you not love Robbie Thompson?
We all loved him anyway, but I love him even more now. Is that not
a great story?
What a great Giant.
And to this day, I always go, whenever I'd run into Brian Carter stole that Barry Bonds ball from me, that bastard.
Man, yeah, it's brutal.
I miss him. I love him.
Yeah, Brian, that's a great story.
Isn't that a great story?
Yeah.
It's one of my favorites. And Bonds, everybody, he's a jerk, he's this. Back then, it was, for him to throw you a ball.
Oh, whatever.
I mean, come on.
Come on. Even in the height of criticism, whatever.
Yeah.
A Barry Bonds ball.
Incredible.
My other failure was, I guess, was it 2008 when the All-Star game was here? 2007.
Ichiro, walk-off.
I'm working at a different radio station, and I was gifted tickets to the Home Run Derby. So at the time, one of my former volleyball players, Morgan Cantrell, a.k.a. the Phenom, a.k.a. the Freak, a.k.a. Fifi, he helped me deliver 3 straight titles at North Coast Section. I hit him up. And so Morgan and I go out to the game, and we're out in the right field arcade.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm getting a home run ball.
For sure.
Home Run Derby. It was the worst home run derby.
Vladdy Jr.?
Yeah.
Or
left field. Left field.
Yes.
Everything's going out the left
Bonds
field.
Didn't participate.
Dude, I'm standing out there in the arcade, not a big crowd, and I'm thinking, I'm getting one.
Yeah.
I'm up out there on the walkway, and not a home run came my way. And it's like, I should have caught like 3 or 4. It's a home run derby, for God's sake.
The Giants need an all-star game again. That God, I missed that one. That was fun. Who do you guys got on? Because it sounds like we got to get rolling here.
Yeah, it's very busy day, especially with everything that happened with Tua last night. We've still got Lip Reed Gate and Steve Young weighing in on everything.
Get to that.
Yeah, with Garoppolo and Lance and all of that.
Got Jimmy
so Rhett Lewis, apparently Bonta's just got fatigue.
Facts.
I mean,
he's halfway home.
Gone. Rhett Lewis of the NFL Network's going to be on in about 20 minutes. Brian Baldinger, yes, he is allowed to come on our show, is coming on at 10 o'clock, and Jesse Sapolu is at 11. I also will tell you, I don't know if it's going to happen, but we are efforting Chris Nowinski, who is the concussion doctor, who I don't know how much you guys have been following on social media even prior to the game last night. He wrote on Twitter, if Tua goes out and plays in this football game, it will set NFL concussion care back years and years. He wrote this before the game.
Yeah.
And then we watched what actually took place. So the idea that somehow the Dolphins are going to continue to try to spin the idea that this was a back injury, like I don't even blame those like Mike McDaniel. I don't like his quote today where he said Tua suffered a concussion and nothing more serious. That's not good. But Mike McDaniel is not the one on the sideline once Tua goes into the back of the hallways of the stadium. Whoever's back there and trying to spin this idea that was a back injury, there's a line of concussion experts around the block, around the country, saying that's not possible. That was a concussion last week, which means A, he's not allowed back on the field because of visible signs, and B, you're not allowed to play in clear protocols for another 5 days, and he played in 4. This is a massive, massive problem for the NFL.
Wow, I'm going to be listening. I got a car wash with Kirby, and I'll be in the car.
All right.
Boy.
Yeah, enjoy your guys' weekends.
Say hi to Bonta for us.
Yep.
All right.
Screw him.
Loveman is a solid guy.